What is up guys, Greedy Knight here with new chargeblade sets using the new Arch Tempered Nu Udra armor pieces for chargeblade. Because it comes with burst, it shakes up the element meta quite a bit, so let's just get into it. Here's the full armor set. The three featured skills of this set are burst, resentment, and counterstrike, providing every weapon some value from this set. But for chargeblade, burst is the target skill because it's part of the element cap engine. Counterstrike is most practical in fights like Omega where the fight is that hard where it's normal to expect to get hit, but one synergy that does work regardless of the weapon type is using Rocksteady Mantle. Any attack will trigger counterstrike whilst wearing the Rocksteady Mantle because attacks would otherwise knock you back, meeting that condition for counterstrike. It just so happens to be the same loophole that Greatsword and Longsword use. The two caveats is that this lasts for 2 minutes and you could actually cart through Rocksteady Mantle, so be careful while using this. Lastly, resentment isn't great outside of the Bale armor since there isn't a way to keep it active via red health maintenance. You just get the boost after you get chip damage and not because you decided to activate resentment. The armor also comes with the base Nu Udra set bonus Bad Blood. It triggers a damage boost while resentment is active before going on cooldown. The set bonus isn't consistent for chargeblade, so we don't particularly care about the damage boost numbers. It would pair well with Blackest Night, but you must have at least 2 pieces for a set bonus, and you can't pair it with the 4-piece set bonus. The main reason you run the Arch Tempered Nu Udra set is because it comes with Lord Soul. It is just a universally good set bonus for a free 5% attack boost / focus sash effect. Lord Soul and Burst do considerable heavy lifting for these new pieces, so they rewrite several key sets. For the builds, I am assuming at least a max level chargeblade skill with a level 2 slot, preferably Rapid Morph or Load Shells for universal use, and obviously you could use better charms if you have them. For the element version of the Arch Tempered set, you run the Nu Udra helm, chest, and waist with the Gore arms and legs. Lord Soul only favors cutting damage, so you build around crits, attack, and element. You're running Black Eclipse as the synergy for both the element cap engine and Savage Axe crits. You slot in your usual skills to get 70% affinity when all skills are active, and a hefty 28 attack boost. You have 3 level 1 slots enabling you to equip any max power level 1 skill to hazard proof or add quality of life to your sets. And Counterstrike on the set gives you a decent damage boost when you do get hit. This is an adjustment to the anti-Omega set. You run the Nu Udra helm and chest, Raid Out arms, with the Mizu waist and legs. For this fight, you prioritize guarding skills, dropping crit boost, so it doesn't make sense to continue pumping affinity with max might. Instead, you pump attack, which is why you opt for good value skills like Counterstrike and Agitator in a fight where you can maintain them. Paired with the fact that you are at the element cap, your only choice for damage boosting is more raw investment, all while still having Evade Extender 2 and 3 points for a hazard proof skill. For the Mizu Gore set, you run the Nu Udra helm, Mizu chest and waist with Gore arms and legs. The updated Mizu Gore set is quite the upgrade for SAD spam / hybrid chargeblade. You get your usual max power skills in Burst, Max Might, Coalescence, and Antivirus on top of max power Constitution, and a max power level 1 skill for hazard proofing, just like with the Arch Tempered set. This is before accounting for additional charm slots and skills, so you can feasibly get 2 hazard proofing skills for a matchup to ignore their bullshit, given a good charm. Say goodbye to bleeding to Seregios and getting blighted by elemental monsters. The updated Laggy Gore set consists of the Laggy helm and arms, Gore chest and legs, with the Nu Udra waist or the Omega waist. Since the Arch Tempered Nu Udra waist and the Omega waist have the same effective skill distribution, you can use either one, but Arch Tempered Nu Udra is notably more accessible since you don't need to kill Savage Omega for the same piece. You get your usual skills at max level, but notably because of the dual affinity boost, you get up to 90 affinity on this set. With additional levels of burst, you do not need the burst charm to reach max levels, and you use your weapon skill charm instead, while maintaining your skill pool. This is the only set to get a peak of 90 affinity, so this is the best set for consistent crits. The Bale armor can be part of the meta now after slaying Arch Tempered Nu Udra. You don the helmet and the rest of the Bale set to get Latent Power 5, Resentment 5, Burst 5, and Max Might 3. Since there isn't a way to proc Coalescence, you don't run the skill. You make up for that element using Darkest Night. Assuming you manage Blackest Night's second effect, its cooldown being shorter than Latent Powers means you can guarantee Latent Powers active during the hunt regardless of what weapon you use. This is a good elemental alternative to the Coalescent sets since Darkest Night nearly matches the boost, but what is lacking in element is matched by an attack boost from Resentment, at least 80 affinity, and an unkillable mode. The main caveat to the set is equipping the emote on your item wheel to use it even while your weapon is drawn, and knowing what moves / string of moves will shatter the barrier so you can consistently get the second effect rather than just the first. There isn't an update for the Omega sets. Resonance is actually a pretty mid-set bonus. The stipulation that you not only had to play it with real / NPC players, you also had to coordinate your positioning to get the boost, proving to be too much work in an online random setting. When compared to Lord Soul, Black Eclipse, Bubbly Dance, and Blackest Night, Resonance falls short in terms of consistency and effect. It doesn't help that the best pieces for both sets are the helmet and the waist, so they are competing for the same armor pieces with Nu Udra. The individual pieces are good, but the set bonus isn't worth running, meaning the respective sets fall off as well. Like if this video is useful to you, consider subscribing if you want to see more Chargeblade content like this. Comment down below your thoughts on the video or Title Update 3. That's all I got for this one. Greedy Knight, signing out.